Hey, what's up everybody? It's Timothy here with Mana Rocks, and Core Set 2020 is here, so we're going to be jumping in on Arena. They only have Sealed right now, so we are going to do Sealed. It's best of one matches. I don't have a lot of experience with this set. It hasn't even come out. It's the Thursday before pre-release, so I haven't really gotten my hands on this set. But it looks like it's going to be pretty cool here. Before we jump in and look at our sealed pool, make sure you subscribe below for more content from Mana Rocks, and find us on Twitter at MTG_ManaRock. So let's go and see what rares we have first. I believe it shows you the rares. I don't do a lot of sealed, not a huge fan of it, but can't draft, so do what you gotta do. Okay, so we have Loxodon Life Chanter. This is a 6-mana 4/6. When it enters the battlefield, you can have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. Okay, this seems pretty good. And then 6 mana, you can give it +X/+X, where X is your life total. This just threatens to kill your opponent if it's ever unblocked, so that's kind of a neat one. Leyline of the Void, pretty unplayable card. Mu Yanling, I think, is pretty good. 3 mana for a 2 Loyalty Walker. It gives a creature -2/-0 and makes it lose flying for its +2. The -3 is the big thing, where it creates a 4/4 elemental bird. So you have to plus it one turn, and then the turn after -3. And then the emblem, your islands get to tap to draw a card. Steel Overseer, I don't foresee being a really big card here. There's not a ton of artifact creatures, so this isn't really something we want to open. And then there's Villis, Broker of Blood. If this is the type of format where you can cast an 8-drop, this card is going to be amazing. 8 mana, 8/8 flying, pay a black and 2 life. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. There are going to be some times you play this and it's just unbeatable, but I think you need to ramp into it or play like an extremely controlling game. So the ones that stand out here, and Bag of Holding. This seems like a good card you would just play in every deck. Whenever you discard a card, you exile it. You can pay 2 mana to tap this and loot, and you can pay 4 mana to sack it and get all the cards that were exiled with it back to your hand. Just a call out to a D&D Bag of Holding, right? So the Life Chanter, Villis, Mu Yanling, and Bag of Holding stand out. We're definitely playing the bag no matter what, but we'll see what our other colors give us for these other 3 rares. And we're just going to go through a color and talk about which cards stand out, and then kind of get an idea of what we consider to be the best color here. So for white, no. Angel's pretty good. If you have 25 or more life, it becomes a 4/4 flyer, and it gives you 1 additional life whenever you gain life. This is Squad Captain wants you to go wide. This flying 3/2 flyer, gain 4 life when it enters, and then that's about it. We got Angel, Elephant, Angel, and that's about all that stands out for white. For blue, this is best of 1, so I'd probably actually main deck 1 negate. We have Mu Yanglu, Convolute, which is like bad cancel. Double Bone to Ash could be pretty good. Sleep Paralysis seems decent. Mu Yanling, obviously, and that's it. Wow, no flyers, like nothing super crazy in blue. That seems pretty low, but black, Bone Splinters. I like me a Bone Splinters. Duress. I would not play Duress main board. Blade Brand's good if you have low power, high toughness creatures. Blight Beetle, Pro Green. I don't like this card, but there's no sideboarding, so I probably wouldn't play it. 2/2 Lifelinker on your turn. 6 mana, drain the opponent for 2. Just a decent mana sink for later in the game, but not a high pick. Mind Rot, Murder. 1 murder here at common. Pretty nice. Soul Salvage, also pretty good. Card advantage for black. Double Agonizing Siphon. This is 3 damage to any target. Gain 3 life for 4 mana. Sorcery speed. 2 of these is good. 1 Undead Servant, unplayable. Epicure of Blood is actually pretty good, especially with the incidental life gain in this set. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 cards just in black that gain life. Vengeful War Chief seems okay. If you lost life for the first time each turn, it gets +1 counter. And then obviously Villis could be really broken too. In red, we have Shock. We have 2 mana 2/1, weaker Giant Growth. Pro White 3/1 attacker, which could be pretty good. The Goblin Smuggler also seems decent here. Makes creatures with power 2 or less unblockable. Also is a 2/2 haste itself. Uncaged Fury, good combat trick. Chandra's Outrage, good removal. And then some kind of filler creatures here. Well, this is probably above filler in red. It's a 3 mana 3/2 flyer on your turn. In green, we have Double Sedge Scorpion, so nobody's attacking us on the ground, but this is a very air-based set from what I can tell. We have a 2 mana Giant Growth that cares about additional copies. Leafkin Druid, a ramp creature. I like that one. Plummet is probably main deckable. I would probably main deck a Plummet in sealed here, especially best of one, because a lot of the big bombs and middle ground creatures are flyers. If you hear fireworks going on outside, it's because it's the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. Centaur Courser, nice. Feral Invocation's a good combat trick. Overgrowth Elemental, 3 mana, 3/2. Put a 1/1 counter on another target elemental when it enters. Whenever another creature you control dies, you gain a life, and then put a +1/+1 counter on this if the creature that died was an elemental. Interesting. 4 mana, 4/3 Trampler gives your other elementals trample. This is a 4 mana equipment that gives the equipped creature +1/+1 and can't be blocked by more than one creature, but it creates a 2/2 wolf and attaches itself to that wolf. So it's kind of like a 4 mana 3/3 that leaves behind an equipment, which is really good. Mammoth Spider seems great. Overcome, I think, is probably good in this format. I feel like you're going to get to board stalls with reach creatures, staring down flying creatures, and then Overcome can just kill your opponent out of nowhere. It does incentivize you to go wide and make tokens, which we don't have a lot of here. Silverback Shaman, probably green, one of green's best commons. It's a 5 mana 5/4 trample that dies and draws you a card, like really good for a common. Vorseclaw seems bad here between just the go wide strategy and the, just the number of death touchers and things like that. I just don't think Vorseclaw is going to be very good in this format. Couple mana fixers. We're not playing white, so that's kind of off the table. Maybe for the elephant. Who knows? Blue-black. The Lich is sweet. 3 mana, 1/3 Death Touch lifelink. Whenever it enters or deals combat damage to a player, you loot. Ogre Siegebreaker. If we're red-black, we'll play this. If not, we don't care. Moldervine Reclamation could be good. It looks like green-black is what I'm leaning towards, so this seems decent, especially if we have expendable creatures. I didn't even know Marauder's Axe was in this set. And then we have 3 of these. It deals 1 damage to any target for 6 mana, and then when it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to any target. We don't really have a way to sack these. We have 3 of these, so if we had abundant ways to sack artifacts, I would consider this, but I don't think we really do. We have a land here as well that can sacrifice itself to draw a card, but only if you have 5 or more lands. Just a nice little late game land to have. And then, of course, our Bag of Holding. So let's go ahead and jump that in there. Standing out, I think we're leaning towards green-black here. We have some decent black removal between Splinters, Murder, Double Siphon. And then green, we have a couple just good middle to late game creatures. Some Tramplers here that are nice with Soul Salvage and whatnot. Overall, we don't have any bombs. We don't have any huge creatures or anything like that. But we've got nice curve and good removal. So I think that's going to do it for us. I don't think our blue is really worth playing here. Although, keep in mind, if we're playing green-black, we could splash a little bit. But if we play the Cryptic Caves, I'm less excited about splashing. So let's go ahead and see green-black. Blade Brand. I mean, I could put this beetle in just to kind of hedge. We'll start off with it, but it's probably not going to make the final cut. I like these sorcerers. I'm not going to play more than one, though. Mind Rot's okay and sealed. Murder for sure. Soul, yep. Leyline's unplayable. I like the Epicure. I like the Vengeful War Chief. And Villas could be playable. Healer of the Glade's really bad. Double Sedge Scorpion. Yep. We will consider these. Again, I think Plummet's probably main deckable. All of our green cards are playable. Don't want 2 Overcomes. And we'll consider the Vorseclaw. And then Moldervine Reclamation, Cryptic Caves. I don't think we want a Pinger here. If this was best of 3, it'd be nice to know we have access to these, but it's best of 1, so we don't care. Do we want to splash any red cards? I forgot we had Bloodfell Caves as well. Why is that in between? Okay, anyway. I don't think we're splashing any red cards, though. Yeah, we don't care about red cards, so we've got a lot of playables. I think this is going to turn out just fine. Let's go through and do our initial cuts, right? Blight Beetle can come back out. And that's just something I'd play if I didn't have enough playables. As much as I think Plummet is a main deckable card, it is the most situational card, so we're going to go ahead and cut it. Mind Rot as well. Feral Invocation, I think, is going to be pretty good. Although, again, there's a lot of Death Touch floating around, so we do need ways to get past Death Touch creatures. Yep. These seem fine. Epicure. We don't have a lot of straight power, so maybe I want another Overcome, but I think 1 Overcome is where I want to start. And then Villas is sketchy. Vorse Claw also just, again, does not seem very good at all. I might just cut Vorse Claw. It seems pretty bad. I guess one Sedge Scorpion can come out. Blade Brands? Yeah, Blade Brand's probably fine. I don't know, maybe Blade Brand could probably come out here as well. Creature count. 13 creatures, 13 non-creatures. Blade Brand gets a lot worse if you're not playing a bunch of creatures. So sure, it can come out. We'll keep the Sedge Scorpion in as a Death Toucher. I think that's fine. One reason to consider Vorse Claw is that it's an elemental, but I don't think that matters too much. We'll just have a couple elementals here. We're going to have to piggyback off of our removal quite a bit. Feral Invocation and or Growth Cycle is on the chopping block here. I think the Invocation is on average going to be better than the Growth Cycle, since it's a permanent buff, whereas the Growth Cycle is temporary. And then make one more cut here. I think 8 and 8 is probably fine. Bunch of 5-drops. I can probably cut one of these 5-drops, right? I like the Epicure a little bit more than some of the other cards. I really like the Mammoth Spider more than both of those. Maybe just this War Chief. It's just a vanilla 4/4 that can get a little bit bigger. How many ways do we have to gain life? Because if it's only like 2 or 3, then I'd rather have the Horde Chief. Yeah, we only have like 4 ways to gain life, and Epicure is not a huge payoff, so I'll cut Epicure and just play Vengeful War Chief, and this will be our deck. A little bit of a grinder, not super powerful. I guess Greenwood Sentinel is pretty weak. Yeah, Greenwood Sentinel actually kind of sucks, doesn't he? We don't have ways to pump that. Alright, Epicure, get back in here. Mind Rot. Protection from green, can't even Feral Invocation it. What were we looking for? Maybe I want the Plummet. No, I just want another beefer here. Where did you go? There you are. Alright, so we're playing green-black. Kind of just green-black cards, right? We don't really have the cards that we want to be sacrificed, and we're not going off with Moldervine Reclamation. It's just going to be a value card for a long game. But we've got some tricks here, and we've got some decent removal. At least 5 pieces of removal here that should be good. Plus we have like the Bag of Holding, Cryptic Caves that can help with Mana Flood. So I think this deck's solid. A little bit weak to Flyers. We don't have any Netcaster Spiders. This really is like a reason to play Plummet, but if we already have good removal, we don't need Plummet necessarily. Also, like, I think almost every deck's going to have a Flyer in it, but there are going to be some decks that have 0 Flyers. Alright, I'm going to hedge just based on what I've seen out of this format, that there's so many Flyers, and flying is just a supported archetype, that I think Plummet's going to be good, and I think Epicure is minor upside in our deck, so I'm going to make that cut for the Plummet here, and we're going to run an 8 and 8 mana base, and we'll try out Villas, see if we ever get to 8 mana, but that's our deck. I don't really see any reason to move into any other colors or splash anything, so I think we got a pretty straightforward sealed pool, and we'll see if just green-black beatdown gets there. Thanks for watching, again, this really misleading Griffin Protector on our thing. Here, let's fix that real quick. No, fix. There we go. Alright, that's better. That's more in the spirit of what we not drafted, but what we're playing. Again, if you appreciate this content, you can leave a sub below or a comment. Let me know what you think of Core Set 2020, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Find us on Twitter at MTG_ManaRocks, and let's jump into match number 1. Alright, match number 1, as promised. Hopefully our opponent's playing a pretty slow deck, because I am going to keep this. The London Mulligan is in effect against Tirzu. Alright, we drew a 4-drop. Let's go ahead and drop our Bag of Holding here and pass. Oh, we're slowing down a little bit. So again, 2 mana to loot. Whenever you discard a card, you exile that card. And then 4 mana, you can sack this and get all the cards exiled with it back to your hand. For now, we're just going to pass the turn. But we did draw the 4th land, playing against a blue deck. See if they go Cloud Finseer. Oh, no, they just don't have anything. I am going to go ahead and loot here, I think. Opponent missing a land drop. And yeah, I think I can just afford to get rid of a land here. Do I need double green or double black? I need double green, so I'm going to just get rid of this Cryptic Caves. Make sure I have colored mana. I'm not super worried about that cave right now. Unfortunately, I can't capitalize on my opponent being mana screwed here, but I can loot again. Moat Piranhas. Seems decent against us, since we're going to play a 4-4, or a 3-3 next turn. And I feel like you're always supposed to loot with this, just because it eventually draws you a card. Murder. Let's go ahead and ditch Overcome. And I could play a 4-3 Trampler or the Equipment. 3-3 or 4-3 Trample. I guess the 4-3 just because I'm probably going to Rabid Bite their guy. We knew they drew the Moat Piranhas for turn. So this gives our other elementals Trample. It's basically just a 4-3 Trample. Doesn't do too much here. Kind of want them to play a creature so they can't just like Rabid Bite my Piranha or something. Probably just going to play this and pass. I don't want to jump into an unsummon here and have them trade off. I'd rather wait until they have a third land, let them play their third land. I should probably be okay with just making this trade, but I like getting the Shaman down. So here they're going to play a 3-drop, and then that lets me go ahead and hold up Rabid, or use Rabid Bite effectively. And then I get to just bash in. Oh, yeah, this is just Divination. Like, they have to discard for turn still. So we're going to Rabid Bite and deal 9 to them. Plus we get to play our saddle and add another creature to the board. So we're fairly far ahead. Oh, that's even better. And we get to hold up Murder this way instead. Both of our creatures trample. They're going to block the 4-3. We're going to Feral Invocation it, and they might just concede to that, to be honest. We have Murder up. I mean, maybe not. If they have a bounce spell, they're not, like, just dead. But they have missed a bunch of lands. They did Divination. Alright, white mana, huh? Alright, looks like they do have... Oh, Pacifism. Pacifism, fine. Pacifism is fine. Yeah, I'll loot. Soul Salvage can go away here. I'm going to keep... Well, I'm going to keep playing lands just because I want to be able to get the cards back here. Let's go ahead and just jam with our 5-4 and then play the Wolf Rider Saddle. Keep up Murder. Opponent's going down to 7. I guess they could have Negate here, which would be really annoying. But there's no Essence Scatter this time around. Really weird to have like colored equipment floating around a core set, but it's kind of cool. See what kind of 5-drop they muster up. Maybe the Angel that gains 4 life or something like that. Boreal Elemental. Well, can't murder that one. But I do get to just untap and kill them. And that'll be game. Sorry, opponent got mana screwed there, but our deck curved out pretty nicely. So I'm fairly happy with how that went. Exactly what we want to be doing. Probably play something before turn 4, but we got a little lucky. Our opponent played a Defender and not much else. Apparently we got XP. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, 1 win. We'll go ahead and keep it moving here. Match 2 coming right up. Alright, we're up first this time. We have a 2-drop and a 3-drop, and then a 4-drop removal spell. If we draw another land, we're on the play. I'm going to keep this against Jerry JV, I guess. Jurge. Sorcerer of the Fang, not the most aggressive card, but if the game goes really long and we stall out, this would be a nice one to have. And Courser's just, you know, fine. This is the most corset-y card I can think of. 3 mana, 3/3. Alright, I like the saddle. If I draw a 4th land here, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Against another green deck. Ooh, against another green-black deck, specifically. Go and jam for 1 and play a Centaur Courser. Alright, we just want to draw land right now. Would be ideal draws. Oh, we got straight up Sultai. And no play. Interesting. Did, in fact, draw a land. Let's go ahead and attack. Flash creatures. There's a 2/1. Okay. Well, they could have Convolute here to counter this Wolf Rider Saddle, but I'm still gonna play it. Alright, that resolved. So we're going to make a 3/3 here. I think this saddle's really good. The fact that you just get the free equip is super nice. In fact, this whole cycle, I guess it's only 3 equipment. The red one, the green one, and the white one I think are really good. The black one and blue one are just artifacts, they're not equipment. Alright, we have Night Pack Ambusher. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. Oh, this is a 4/4. I did not realize this thing was a 4/4. And it has flash. We gotta think about that one. Alright, so I could play the Reclamation and attack with everything, or I could attack and 2-for-1 myself with the Siphon. I think I'm just going to play the Reclamation here and pass. It's a little bit awkward. Yeah, we got to keep out 4-mana 4/4 flash is really good. For some reason I thought this was a 2/2. And then it pumps their other wolves as well. A little awkward that the Siphon doesn't kill it. Well, let's see what they follow up with. I mean, we can overcome at some point just to get a big hit in, which is not a terrible thing to do. We can also, you know, throw away some creatures and then siphon away the 4/4. I'd rather use my mana wisely and get this Reclamation on board, and then if I draw a land, I can kind of sit behind the Sorcerer for a little while, but they have a lot of cards in hand, a lot of mana, and 3 colors, so my hand's not stacking up too well. Boreal Elemental's a nice one. Again, another 4/4 is super annoying here. Ooh, Bone Splinters is super nice, though. So I can Bone Splinters this to kill off the 4/4. Little awkward. They play 2 creatures that don't die to the Siphon. What happens if I just overcome here? 5/5, and then a 3/5. They could double block this. I kind of want to Bone Splinters and just get the 3/4 off board. This draws me a card as well. It is going to cost 3 mana. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill this while I can. No, why would you tap like that? What is this world coming to? Sure. And we drew a Soul Salvage. That's not bad. No attacks. You're up. I can move the equipment to the Centaur Courser, make it a 4/4. But I think it's worth getting rid of that while I can. Mostly, the Siphon's kind of antagonizing me a little bit. Antagonizing. Just because my opponent has played 2 creatures that don't actually die to it. Hopefully they don't have just a million fatties, otherwise this Siphon's going to rot in my hand. But the Soul Salvage, I think, is going to be a nice little late game card here. My opponent hasn't had a chance to attack me yet. It looks like they're struggling to figure out what to play, so they might just have a glut of 5-drops, which is not exactly good news for me. But hopefully the Reclamation lets me play a longer game here. Just notice how much life, like, random life gain there is in this set. Like, a lot of the cards gain life randomly. Not randomly, but you know what I mean. If they just attack, I'm not blocking. No way. No way. Oh, this does something? At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 wolf. I guess I should have read that. I didn't realize it did that. I think I'm going to go for Siphon on this thing, and then hopefully they don't have a way to untap here. I'm going to Siphon their wolf. So at the beginning of their end step, if they didn't cast a spell, create a 2/2 wolf. Wow, that's really good. Alright, they're going to go ahead and pump their wolf in response. That's annoying, and I'm just going to jam in here. I will trade for their Feral Invocation. I mean, they could just not cast another spell here, and then what? I start dying? I think my best bet is to try and build up a board and use Overcome to win, but they have so many cards in hand, they're not playing lands, they're all spells, and they don't even have to cast anything because of this Ambusher. Yeah, this is really strong. I don't know why I read this, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll ignore all that other stuff. Taken 9, big chunk. And then they might just pass here if they have an instant or something. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Sedge Scorpion's a fine draw. So I can go... I can attack with both. Hopefully they block Centaur Courser and not this. And then I can go Soul Salvage, Sedge Scorpion, plus Sorcerer, and play both of them. I'm going to attack. They definitely have some number of spells in their hand, but I'm fine with the trade if they want to take the trade. Maybe they have another Feral Invocation or something like that. Oh, nope. Opponent sees around our trick here. That or they want me to equip. Okay, Bag of Holding was a fine draw. Am I supposed to Soul Salvage back just a vanilla 1/3? Maybe. Why does it keep tapping like that? That's so bad. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Soul Salvage just the 1/3 and then play the 1/3 plus Sedge Scorpion. I'll pass. We're trying to win with Overcome at this point. If they attack with both creatures, I have to block with one, just because they can have a pump spell and kill me. But as it stands, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trample damage on board. I can also start activating the Sorcerer, which is a little bit threatening for them. I think they're going to cast something now. Rabid Bite, it looks like. Okay. Thankfully, the Reclamation draws me a card here. Nice. Mammoth Spider seems pretty good on this board. Alright, just attack with both and play a creature or something. They cast a spell, so they're not getting a free 2/2. I am not going to block. 2/2 Scuttlemutt. This is the thing that changes colors, right? Target creature becomes the color or color of your choice until end of turn, and then it's a mana rock. Like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so if I overrun, this is +2/+2 in trample, right? Overrun is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so overcome, I'm sorry, that kills them. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I needed my opponent to go ahead and get in there with both creatures to win this game, I think. And I don't think there are any free spells they can cast, so that should be exactsies. Nice. The Reclamation did its work, too. Pretty sweet. That puts us at 2-0. I got to learn that this wolf is a 4/4 flash with upside. A double upside. Seems extremely powerful. And apparently we get more XP. But more importantly, we're at 2-0. Pretty happy with that. Nice way to start off. Let's go ahead and jump into match 3. Alright, welcome back. Match 3 is up. This hand's a little bit sketchy. I can't cast Murder, which is what would snap keep this for me. And turn 4 is going to be my first play if I draw a 4th land. But I've got a lot I can draw in between. I think I'm going to keep this. Bone Splinter is currently a dead card in my hand. Against Rain Showl. Alright, drawing the other swamp is nice. What is this? What are you doing over here? I clearly don't know what's going on with these cats in this XP thing. Alright, we have a mana ramp creature. This taps for double green if you have 4 creatures, or taps for single green just by itself. Pretty good. I expect this to be one of the early picks in green for draft. I'm going to murder basically anything they play here. And they don't play anything, that's fine. I'll go ahead and just play a Wolf Rider Saddle. Cat's going crazy over here, man. Guess they could end of turn, like, murder my wolf or something like that. Makes my Bone Splinters and my Rabid Bite a lot worse. Also, Soul Salvage does not work with this thing. Yeah, this is also an Elemental, which is going to matter. So this seems like it bridges the gap between a bunch of different decks. Ooh, Corpse Knight. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses a life. Two-Headed Giant All-Star. Thankfully, I can just attack into that. I could go for Rabid Bite, but they have, like, maybe Dismember mana up. Can't murder. So I'm just going to go ahead and jam. I'm going to just take 3, I suppose. Then, yeah, I'll just keep murder up. Villas going to be in our hand for a little while, it looks like. I would love to just be able to play this 4/4 right now, but alas, I cannot. Alright, if they attack first, I'm going to take 2, because they could just untap and play something much bigger. Sanitarium Skeleton. This feels like I should just murder the Corpse Knight. Looks like they're gonna, like, use this to sacrifice or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Corpse Knight out here, I think. I don't know if they're instant speed ways to sack your creatures for value. But I don't want to lose life here. It looks like they're probably just gonna sack this for some sort of effect. Gravedigger. Okay, well that's unfortunate, but it's not that bad. Alright, another black source was great, so I can go ahead and jam for 3. This can't be blocked by more than one creature. Yeah, so they can't gang block me. They might just chump with the Sanitarium Skeleton, because why not? Fine with that, and then I'll go ahead and play Vengeful Warchief. So the first time I lose life each turn, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Alright, here comes Corpse Knight into something else. Something rabid biteable, hopefully. Biteable. Oh, they're gonna murder my... Oh, Disfigure? Double Disfigure, it looks like. Oh, Disfigure Rabid Bite. Sure, I'll take 2, I suppose. Not bad. A little awkward, I don't have another creature to Soul Salvage back, but maybe I'm just supposed to do that. I can Rabid Bite off Corpse Knight here. They have 2 cards left in hand. I'm 2 away from just casting Villas here. Yeah, I think getting Corpse Knight off board is probably a good idea. So I'll go ahead and hit them for 3. They can hit me back for 2. And I'll just pass the turn here. Sedge Scorpion, sure. And get the Sanitarium Skeleton back. Looks like they're going to activate, and then next turn this will start tapping for double green, which could matter. They have a 7-drop in their hand or something. Good news is they're not threatening a lot of damage. I can actually just leave this back on defense right now. I don't think I crack Cryptic Caves here. I think... because most of my top decks are good. Any land lets me just play Villas. I'm going to go ahead and pass and hope they don't have a removal spell. Even if they do, they're dealing 4 to me, which isn't a huge amount. If they attack, I might do some blocking here. It looks like Scorpion's getting in there. Should I just block this? Probably not. I can take 1. Epicure of Blood. That one is pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and play Villas and hope they can't just immediately kill it. Nice, as they now murder my Villas, or whatever. I guess they could cast their own Villas. Alright, Epicure, yeah, everything's getting in there, huh? So, Blade Brand is something I want to watch out for here. This is going to block... probably just Gravedigger. 4, 5, 6. The less life I have, the less useful this is, but... I'm playing around Blade Brand a little bit. I'll go ahead and block Gravedigger. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I block with the 8/8 and they just blow me out, that's pretty bad, but so be it. Oh, I also draw 6 cards. I forgot about that. Whenever you lose life, you draw that many cards. Okay, well, yeah. And a vanilla 3/2. Okay, well, I feel like that's probably about over now. Can I just kill them with Overcome plus Agonize and Siphon? That's 10. Yeah, I can. So let's go ahead and Overcome here. Not really playing around a trick. Maybe I should be. I guess they can double block to not take any trample damage off of the wolf. Okay, well this puts them at exactly 2. And Siphon should do the trick here. Any targets. Shaboom. Show me the double black card. Okay. Well, okay, I forgot Villas would just draw me cards if my opponent dealt damage to me. I don't know what my opponent's supposed to do there, though. Not attack. I think you're supposed to attack and try to get your opponent's life total low enough that they can't just activate Villas, but that's damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Anyway, 3-0, pretty nice start for this deck, which didn't seem like super crazy, but I think we've been fortunate to run into other mid-range decks and just have good draws. So let's keep doing that, and we'll go ahead and meet up for match 4. All right, match 4 is up. Bag of Holding hopefully gets us some black mana, and we've got the saddle on turn 4 again. Again, Sealed is slow enough that I can definitely keep a hand like this. The Overcome's not really something I want in every single open-in hand, but there it is. It's also something I don't mind pitching to this bag, so I guess that's fine. Alright, we're gonna definitely be digging for a black source here, or at least just a 4th land. I'm pitching Overcome for sure. Black-white, huh? Lots of 2-drops in white. Fence and Ace. That could be a nasty card. Okay, I'll go and... Yeah, I'm going to go and pitch just the 8-drop here. And that's unfortunate, but still we get 2 more cracks at a black source here, and I can siphon this Fence and Ace if they try to go hog wild on it. Could also just take like 6 damage or something like that. Another 2-2. Yeah, opponent's getting aggro on me. Any 4th land will give me this 3-3 that I'm fairly happy with. Go ahead and activate. Pitch in Overcome. Swamp off the top. Or, yeah, Swamp off the top. Alright, let's go ahead and just play the saddle and pass. I could siphon there, but I want to get some board presence, make my opponent possibly use like a murder or something like that. Fence and Ace scares me a little bit, but the siphon makes me feel fine. I guess I got to watch out for God's Willing, which is a uncommon in this set. 1 white, give a creature protection from a color of your choice. Oh, they're going to siphon me, so I'm going to go ahead and siphon them back. I guess actually what I can do is just play Sorcerer plus Rabid Bite and then hold the siphon. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Get Fence and Ace off board. And I still have a block on this 2-2. Bone Splinters if I really need it. Plus I can equip up and make this a 2-4. Yeah, what do you think of that? This thing, pay 3 mana to give it first strike. Kinda not super relevant ability. Alright, so this is going to be a 3-3 Vigilance. Not bad. Good siphon target. Also, more lands is fine. I'm going to go and play out my 4-4, though. That way, if I do get hit, it starts to grow. Opponent, 3 cards in hand. Another kill spell, apparently. Maybe, maybe not. They can't always have a kill spell. But, again, Murder's a common. Look at all these common black removal spells. Griffin Sentinel. Should I be worried about that one? I don't think so. That doesn't race this Warlord very well. This was also not a great draw, but it is a good Bone Splinters card. So let's go ahead and pop this 3-3 and just hope they don't have like a pump spell in hand or something like that. Nice. And I suppose attack with the 4-4? There's like a card that kills a tapped creature, and then you gain life equal to the Fliers, but that wouldn't even be that big of a deal, I don't think. So yeah, I'll go ahead and send them in. Nice. Alright. What else we got, opponent? Also, keep in mind, I have this bag if this game stalls out or something like that. Yeah, okay, so they did have it. Destroy a tap creature, and they're going to gain a life here. I'm still only going to take 1, though, so it's not too big of a deal. I'll go and play the Druid and probably just equip up my Sorcerer or something like that. Maybe even just activate the bag. Oh, they got Soul Salvage. That's kind of nasty. So I'll hold on to Bone Splinters for now, because next turn they're probably going to go Fence and Ace into Squad Captain if they have another land. And I'm going to want to be able to kill the Squad Captain. They do, in fact, have another land. So let's go, let's just play some creatures out here. Blood Burglar, Leafkin Druid, and ship the turn. Good news is we're only taking one next turn. They're probably going to play both of these. So this will be, what, a 6/6? Might even just want to... Yeah, I'm probably just sacking the Druid. I do have a use for extra mana here, though. Oh, Necromancer. That's much nastier, because this is going to be huge. Still fine, though. Does make a Soul Salvage a lot worse of a draw. And get ping for 1. Pop. Alright, I'm going to play out all my lands. This is going to equip probably to this, because it holds back all of the 2/2s, and the 3/3 can't attack super well. This costs, what, 3 mana to equip? I don't have anything super crazy under here. I mean, Villas is going to be good if I draw it. Yeah, I think I just want to punish them for attacking if they decide to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there and just pass the turn. I'll go ahead and use the Bag of Holding just to get more cards underneath it. And then I guess we're just sacking the Mana Dork to Bone Splinters here. Yep, here comes the squad captain. 7/7. Vigilance. Pretty good. I assume I'm only getting attacked by the Griffin, though. Yeah, not attacking with the 3/3. So Griffin getting in there. Boom. And let's activate this. Just get another card underneath it. Yeah, we can pop a Forest. Ooh, I like that one. So we are going to... I can pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Then make double green. Activate this to get another card underneath the bag. And then Bone Splinters it away. Killing the 7/7. Yeah, I like that plan. Make sure I'm reading this right. Add green if you control 4 or more creatures. Yeah, so play this, activate the Druid just to ditch a card underneath here. It's going to be whatever we draw, basically, no matter what. And then we will Bone Splinters. Yeah, pretty easy. And let's go ahead and pop your 7/7. As much as I want that extra mana, I think making that trade is fine. And we're pretty stable on the ground. If they find a way to kill this Shaman, then we draw a card off of it. Plus, we're at the point where we can just activate this to make sure we hit a land drop, get Overcome, and... actually, there are 2 lands underneath here, right? Oh, Pacifism on the 5/4. Pretty nasty. Pacifism, again, doing the Lord's work. See, now I'd love to Bone Splinters, but I can't. Ooh, and another Flyer. Well, we're falling behind, that's for sure. Opponent gains a bunch of life. Opponent's still not at the throwing creatures away for fun part of this game yet. But I think we have a Swamp underneath here, so we can definitely play Villas in 2 turns. Oh, okay, we are at the throwing creatures away for fun part of the game. Alright, so I can eat a 2/2 and trade with a 2/2, or I could block the 3/3 and just eat a 2/2. So I can go like here, here. This thing doesn't currently have first strike, right? And they don't have white mana. Just make sure I'm not missing a white mana. Block like that. I take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they got 3... Okay, yeah, this is going to be a little dicey, but I think I'm better off just eating 2 creatures here. Or rather, trading for a creature. Alright, Soul Salvage. Is that better than what I have going on? No. So if I activate this, it costs 4 mana. I get back a bunch of nonsense. I can cast Soul Salvage this turn. And I take 3, 4, 5. I think I just have to activate this. Alright, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my cards back here. and cast Soul Salvage just to get some creatures back. I guess so, just because I'm not going to cast Soul Salvage any other time. So boom, boom. And we'll go ahead and take our hit here. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have to block the 3/3, take 5, and then hope I stabilize on board here. Because if I block here, I go down to 2. I play my flyer, and I block. I guess 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have another creature, though, I just die. I'm going to eat the 2/2 and hope they just don't have another creature to add to the board. Or hope I draw like an agonizing thing. Ooh, murder. Maybe it's better to play murder then. So if I play Vilis, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I could go 2-drop, 2-drop murder, right? That still puts me at 1. Vilis is just saying, I hope you have nothing. And then next turn I can play Vilis and hold up an activation. I can't really use the activation though, but I can get in with this burglar. Alright, I think I'm going to go for the murder route. That way I'm not just dead to a single removal spell. And I'll go ahead and murder this Gorger. I am going to go down to 1 life from the Sentinel and hope my opponent has no pump spell. But if I get to survive, I get to at least attack with the burglar here. Okay. Attempt to murder your vulture. Attempt to take only 1 damage. Nice. Alright. So far, so good. I think it's worth playing my land. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, do I attack with this just to make sure I gain some life this turn? I think so. Um, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So I can actually equip. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and play Vilis. I'm going to go ahead and equip this to the burglar. And I'm going to attack for 3 with lifelink. And if I can gain this life, then I'm feeling a little bit better here. My opponent cannot double block. Not that that matters very much. Ooh, traded off? Are they going to planar cleanse in me? Looks like they might planar cleanse in here. Which would draw me a card, but put me at virtually nothing. We got a nice little combo here, too, with these two. If they don't have planar cleansing, they can't wipe our board. I can gain some life and then minus some creatures. Looks like they have another Soul Salvage. The worst thing they can get back, this thing. But that doesn't kill us. I guess they could have the creature, or the spell that lets you sack a creature to get 1 back to your hand and 1 back to the battlefield. Which, again, I don't think kills us. They can get back, like, a Necromancer plus this thing and deal 3 to us, but that doesn't kill us. Alright, let's see what you got, opponent. This has been a good game. Like, a really, really close game. Alright, they do have it. So they're going to get a creature back from their graveyard to the battlefield, and then they're going to return another creature from their graveyard to their hand. So I assume they're going to get that, this Scrounger or whatever. And the Necromancer would be my guess. Yeah, so something that makes 2 bodies and then the Scrounger back to their hand. Maybe they get something that can just block. Yeah, they did get the Scrounger, sure. So when this comes into the battlefield, deals damage to target opponent equal to the number of creatures you control. They're going to have 2 creatures on board. And yeah, they're going to put us down to 1 here. We're going to draw 3 cards, though. If they do that now, we just draw 3 cards. And they know about Overcome, so they got to do the math as well. 8, 9, 10, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can't kill him with Overcome. If I attack with Villas, I think that's fine. I can afford to attack with Villas here. And then I'll equip here and pass the turn. Could also just shrink this now. That's dumb. Let's not do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and attack with my 8/8. And I'll just pass the turn. No, I'm going to equip, obviously. Equip here. And you're up. I guess I could have gotten an extra point of damage, and I have plenty of mana to equip here and then re-equip somewhere else. So they might be trying to go creature. No, that still doesn't do it, and I have good blocks on them. Block here, block here. Looks like they're going to go ahead and hold that Scrounger, but I get to just activate this Fang. I think this game's over now. Yeah, I'll just... No, I won't even do that. I'm just going to attack for 8 again. Oh, does it not gain me 2 life? Oh, this does not gain me life. Ouch. So, I'm already in combat. I might have messed up. I thought for some reason this gained me 2 life. So they're trying to draw a creature into the Scrounger. I could just be dead next turn. And I missed my opportunity to cast this. So I will attack and hope my opponent bricks. Yeah, that's a pretty big mess up. Alright, opponent, one time. You've already bricked a bunch. Brick one more time. One more time. Yes. Yes. Not punished. That puts us down to 1. We draw 3 cards. And that's game over. Nice. Alright. I think I could have won with Overcome that turn. But, maybe I couldn't have. Maybe they would have survived at, like, 1 life or something like that. But, I didn't realize the Sorcerer of the Fang did not gain you life. Doesn't matter. We're 4-0 right now. Killing it with this deck feels pretty good. And, match 5, I guess we'll jump into right now. Alright, match 5 is up. Again with the Overcome in our opening hand. Is that every single game? We're on the draw this time, and we've got a pretty non-functional hand, but I'm still going to keep it. It just needs, like, 1 creature. It actually needs a creature and a land. I could see with the London Mulligan being around that this should just be a hard mulligan. Alright, Centaur Courser, very nice draw. Just gives us something to do early. Pretty good on-curve creature. Gives us something to throw this Invocation on. Go for Celerity. Against Red-Green. Alright, what do you do? Whenever 1 or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, put that many +1 counters on this. Oh, so we're just gonna die? Is that how this works? Maybe. Let's see. This is a neat card. I don't think I saw this one at all. Ooh, into white mana. Alright, let's see if there's some tokens. Like, if they play Raise the Alarms, this just becomes a 4/4. Okay, no token. That's nice. They would have played it pre-combat, I think, if they had one. Jeez, this card's really good. So this can create tokens for 5 mana, and its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. So I'm getting readily crushed here. I'm going to play my 3/3 and pass. Fireworks outside if you can't hear them. I mean, we have a plan of action here. We have our Siphon to deal with this. Hopefully it doesn't get too big. I believe it's 5 mana to make a dude. I can't really block at all. No Raise the Alarm, no Raise the Alarm. Just play a 4-drop like a normal human being. No, don't make a token. Ah, it was Raise the Alarm. That's really bad because it makes this a 4/4. Now I can't kill anything with this Siphon. I think I just have to pass and hope that Feral Invocation's good enough, but they can make either of their creatures a 5/5 with a land, so I think I'm just dead. This is insane carve out, like, boom, boom, boom. They don't even have to commit anything to the board here. Squad captain. Squad goals. 6/6. Jeez. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to take 5 and eat this guy. And then I need to find, like, murder or something like that. I have no idea. Swamp. Siphon on a token? I'll just play a 4-3 and look to trade here and chump here. That's so bad. This just doesn't do... Yeah, these cards don't do anything against this sort of curve out. This is insane curve out. I mean, if I siphon here, I can take the hit, block. It just dies to anything. I think I'm in chump mode. This is pretty bad. And this is also assuming they have, like, nothing. Because they can just activate this to make another token, right? So this can definitely trade for my 5-5. Seems really powerful. Alright, oh, Inspiring Captain. Well, that might do the trick. Now it's double chumping, right? Chump, chump, and then I have no way to come back from that. So I think you got it, opponent. They curved out on me super hard there. And 2 red sources, no red cards they had to show us, so... I wouldn't even call that lucky. That was just insane curve out. They didn't play any rares. It's just commons and uncommons. Anyway, match 6 coming up. Alright, match 6. We just got our butt handily turned into us and put on a silver platter by our previous opponent. I like this hand a lot. This is the type of thing I want. Obviously be a little bit better on the play to get ahead of our opponent with this druid. But we're going to run a scorpion here and hope our opponent uses their shock on this, not on our Leafkin druid. Evolving Wilds. Oh, I love sets with Evolving Wilds in them. And we're against red-white this time with a lot of black mana. Alright, let's go ahead and, I don't think I need to play around a hasty creature here on turn 3. I'll go ahead and get in my 1 point of damage with my Scorpion and pass Jeskai. Warden of Evocile. So we're against a flyer deck. Ooh, remember that Plummet I main decked? Remember that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack with my flyer and just hold up Plummet here. Next turn we get to play this 5-4 trample on turn 4 that draws a card when it dies. There's a good chance I should have probably actually plummeted this so they don't have access to the Kaikar. Huh. Kaikar's nice. Kaikar's real nice. You have a 1-mana spell as well? Don't think so. We're going to plummet Kaikar because it makes blockers every time they cast an instant or sorcery. And we'll just take our beat there. Mammoth Spider, also very nice. Ooh, oh yeah, we do have double green because of our tappy guy. Let's go ahead and play our 5-4 and then get the Scorpion in there again. Hopefully they don't have Pacifism. Yeah, check this card out. Cast a non-creature spell, get a 1/1 Spirit, add green, or I'm sorry, add red, sack a Spirit. This looks like a Robo Rosewater card. Like the art, just everything about this card looks like it's fake, but it's not. Alright, so I can go ahead and get the Shaman in here. I'm probably going to play Mammoth Spider over, like, the Reclamation. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not enough mana to do all that now. I definitely want to cast a 5-drop here. But let's go ahead and jam with the 5-4, and we'll leave this Scorpion back on defense now. It's a big chunk from the opponent. Let's go ahead and cast our Mammoth Spider and pass the turn. And I probably just still want to get this Crasher on board and develop out the board. Oh, Saphara? Okay, well, I guess we lose. That was a horrendously bad card for my opponent to draw against us. So this is now indestructible. This is a Flying Lifelinker 7/7, which is kind of insane. Well, I have access to 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, we're going to need to find an answer to this really quickly. We have Murder and Bone Splinter, so we can find it. But they're going to gain a bunch of life back here. And I can't attack, otherwise they just block with this. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take our 7, I suppose. Wow, Kaikar plus Saphara. Alright, unsummon the Mammoth Spider doesn't bother me that much. It just lets them attack for more. It does mean I'm on a 2-turn clock. Alright. They're at 1,000,000. Just play this and hope they don't have another way to answer it. I'm just chumping with it, though. Let's get the 5-4 in there. No point holding that back. And then we have 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have to play Mammoth Spider. I have to chump block with it, too. Ugh, Saphara is sick nasty. Yeah, they just have another answer for it. Okay, well, I guess we get creamed again by one of the bombs in this set. Looked like we were doing really well there, too, but... Bummer. I mean, I think we were right to use Plummet on Kaikar there. We didn't know they were going to play a Safara. That gives us our second loss. We just got smacked around 2 games in a row by some nonsense. But we're going to go ahead and jump into match 7 here. All right, match no, this is match 7. This is a sketchy hand. Villas, again, looking pretty bad here. Hey, look. No wolf? Wolf. I'm going to keep it. We're going to go ahead and run out of Sedge Scorpion. We did just get dominated in the last 2 matches. Like, absolutely crushed. But it is what it is. This is not a super strong hand either. I guess if it draws a bunch of lands, it's fine. Drawing a 5-drop is not what I want. Yeah, the Glut of 5-drops. I mean, this could put it, like, this is the type of hand I could easily see losing here. Sorcerer of the Fang, fine, fine. Okay, another land is a decent draw. I can at least play this Wolf Rider Saddle. Been pretty happy with this card. It's come up in most of our matches and it's been pretty good. Warden of Evos Isle again. Windrake, that makes your Flyers cost 1 less to cast. Pretty good card. That guy's late. That would have been a really good draw just to kind of get some life in there. But we're going to play our 4-drop now. And pass the turn. Hopefully our opponent doesn't play like some big 5-drop flyer here. If they do, we might draw a land and be able to play a Mammoth Spider, which is pretty good. Also, notice how many 3-color decks we're playing against. Gah, ugh, for 2 mana. This card is disgusting for a common. Sure. Alright, yeah, Mammoth Spider's going to have to put in work here, and we're going to have to draw the 5th land for that to matter. And we did draw the 5th land. They have 5 cards in hand. I think I'm just supposed to play Mammoth Spider attack with my Wolf. They can't double block it, so it's probably getting in there for 3. And please no sleep paralysis or unsummon or what have you. Just one time, don't have an answer in your hand. Like, it's okay to not have an answer, my friend. Ooh, Spider of your own. Well, that's not exactly an answer. The fireworks are going crazy out there. Ooh, Plummet's a nice one. So, the thing is, I could Plummet this so that they can't drop some huge flyer, or I can just save the Plummet for when they do play the big flyer. I think I'm supposed to just hold on to it. I'm not attacking right now, so I think I'm just going to play my 5-drop and pass. I guess the Scorpion could get in there, but whatever. We have ways to use that Scorpion for like a Bone Splinters or what have you. Villas is kind of the board breaker that we're looking to drop at some point here. I do not like my opponent casting 2-mana draw 2s, though. Just they're outcarding us pretty hard here. Our hand is fine, but there's nothing exceptional about it. Also, got to watch out for this thing. Sure, Gift of Paradise, again, is fine. Doesn't really change the complexion of the board here. Does gain him some life, gives him access to more mana, but that's nothing insane, right? I'm probably just going to play these 2 guys, make my overcome a little bit better if I draw it. Oh, are we holding mana for something, maybe? Do need to find a way to break through this board, though. Or maybe some removal spells. Like, if I can kill their Mammoth Spider, I can attack, and they can't double block with anything, so, like, even my 3/3 could get in there. End of turn. Oh, again, another card I do not want to see. I'm probably going to have to Plummet this. 4 mana, draw a card. And they're just going to be able to dump so much mana into this, they're going to outcard me pretty heavily. I'm pretty far away from Villas. I need to draw 3 lands before I can even cast it. Yep, draw your card. Yeah, I'm gonna Plummet this almost certainly. I suppose I can equip onto the 4/4 and just start jamming with this thing. Again, they can't double block. Go ahead and make them use their trick, I suppose, whatever it is. Here it comes. No. Are we scared of a Blade Brand here? Can't really afford to be scared of Blade Brand. Can't let our opponent just do everything they want. Well, they're just going to take 5. That's not bad for us. And I think I do wait until end of turn for them to activate this and plummet in response. Because if I plummet and they have some sort of interaction, they can keep their guy around. And they're going to draw the card no matter what. So I do think I wait here. And my opponent's going to untap with 5 cards and a billion mana. We're 2 mana away from Villas, which, again, is not bad here. But we're just out-carded quite a bit at this point. Mammoth Spider really saving the day in this match. Like, thank you, Mammoth Spider. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and jam. Again, make our opponent use whatever interaction they have now. And then play a Swamp, and we're just 1 mana away from the Villas. Take another 5. Wonder if they're sitting on just a million counter spells. Alright, what you got? They're going to Sorcerer us. That actually grows the War Chief. Possible they're flooded or they're sitting on counter spells and I just haven't given them an opportunity to cast a counter spell. Oh, Cavalier of Night. So they're going to Bone Splinters us, and then when this dies, they get a creature mana cost 3 or less back from their graveyard to the battlefield. So kill our War Chief, I assume. It's all well and good. Alright. And then this is a 4/5 lifelinker, which is obnoxious. Moldervine Reclamation, huh? Guess we cast that and pass. Why did they not kill Mammoth Spider? I guess they're worried about dying to this, but I feel like you should just kill Mammoth Spider and then kill me. And maybe, like, sacrifice... I guess... Was this the worst creature they had? Yeah, I guess they want to get it back with the Cavalier, which makes sense, but... I don't know about all that. Ugh, the lifelinkers here are just so nasty. Nasty lifelinkers. I feel like my opponent's holding up counter magic based on, like, them not doing anything. But we've got outs here. I would hate to just cast this and get it countered, right? Alright, the Warden's coming in. I mean, I'm going to block, make them use what they have. If it's Blade Brand, then they draw a card, and then I draw a card off the Moldervine Reclamation. So that's fine. Okay, it's, sure, they have a Giant Growth. But the Moldervine Reclamation's pretty good here. Ooh, Murder. Don't really want to murder Cavalier. Bone Splinters, however, is pretty nice. So, I can't cast Villas. That's not even a consideration. I can Bone Splinter, sack the Wolf, kill Cavalier. I guess I could also just kill the 2/2, since this is holding this back, and hold up Murder. And I get to draw a card here as well. So yeah, I'm going to kill Warden. Do I care about the Warden right now? Yeah, I guess I care enough. Or, hold on. Maybe I'm supposed to kill this thing. Although this is 6 mana to deal 2, and this just attacks to deal 2. Alright, I'm going to kill the Warden. I'm going to sack my Wolf, and I'm going to draw a card and gain a life, which is relevant here. Opponent has interaction in their hand. Negate, sure. If they want to go ahead and use Negate to save that, that's fine, I think. I will play my Swamp out, and we'll equip this to... I don't think it matters too much. I guess just equip it here. And we're holding up Murder here. Well, hopefully they're really low on cards, and I can drop Villas and untap with it. I think I have enough to play Villas. Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, if I draw a land, I can Villas plus, youch. Oh, that can take away flying from Villas too, which matters a little bit. Not too much, but it does matter. Mythic, Mythic. Nice. -2, -0. I think you should definitely use that on the Death Toucher, but that's just me. Alright, let's go ahead and let this Warden attack. I'm going to murder the Warden. Maybe I should save murder for the 4/4 that this is going to make next turn. But if they make a 4/4, they can't activate on Villas. I think this is fine. Did in fact draw a land, so I can play Villas and hold up a black mana, which doesn't really do too much. And see if our opponent's last card in hand is like a counterspell. Alright, 8/8 flyer. Moo can turn it into a 6/8 non-flyer. But we'll see. Yeah, definitely no attacks. And we're going to take 2 here. Yeah, if they activate this now, I draw 2 cards. So if they were going to do that, they should have done it in response, but they might not have been thinking about it. Let's see if they activate. Nope, they're thinking about it. Do you deal 2 to me to draw 2 cards? I don't know. And opponent says, yes, it's fine by me. Alright, not super spicy cards by any means. I think I'm looking for Overcome here. Ooh, that's a really sweet token. Look at that. Look at that bird. Alright, opponent, what's the deal? We got a lot of fireworks outside. Very festive. Opponent's got to decide whether to make a bird, which they do, or shrink a Villas. And they have 1 card left in hand, so we're not just dead, which is nice. I don't think I'm going to use Villas right now. Oh, Siphon was very good. So what can we do with Siphon? We can Siphon this guy because it's killing us. If they activate in response, we just draw cards. If I attack and they go for some sort of block plus trick, I can activate Villas a bunch of times. Do I attack Mu Yanling? Probably. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack Mu here. And then I'm going to probably Siphon the 1/3. Yeah, I guess attacking Mu is a little awkward, though, because then they get to hit me back. They only have 4 damage in the air, though. I'm going to go ahead and go after their... Oh, this is tough. Alright, let me go ahead and attack Mu here. Just because this can blank this as a flyer. And then they get to chump basically forever. So here they're either throwing away the 4/4 or double blocking and doing some sort of nonsense. And I feel a little bit better having the Siphon in my hand. But I would like to get Mu off board if I can. And it looks like we're going to succeed at that. Alright, let's go ahead and play Siphon on the 1/3. If they activate in response, they're just drawing me 2 cards. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep up a green mana. And, oh, they do want to activate. Okay. So I'm going to go down to 12. I'm going to draw 2. I don't even remember what this does. Target elemental. Alright, play a land. Thank you, opponent. And do I need to keep up 2 activations here? I think I'm just going to play this thing. I'll keep up 4 activations of Villas. We can kill their flyer and draw 4 cards for 8 life. If our opponent hits us, we just draw 4 cards anyway. And then Villas is threatening lethal. So again, we're looking for overcome here. If the Cavalier attacks and I trade the Scorpion, they get back, what, their Sorcerer? That seems fine. Oh, lifelink. So I'm going to activate once here, just so they gain less life, and then they don't have this attack anyway. Just one activation, though, seems fine. I could activate 4 times, but I don't think I'm doing that. Feral Invocation, huh? draw our whole deck. That way, now if they don't really have a good attack with that Cavalier into our Centaur. Again, I'm going to take 4 here. Like, I just draw 4 cards. Opponent with 1 card in their hand. And yeah, we'll untap. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop just a Swamp here. Attack with just Villas, I suppose. I can make it a 9/9. Don't think I need to do that. Opponent could block with Mammoth Spider. Then I'll play out a decent amount of my hand here. Still no overcome, 7 cards. End turn. No, oh, I already played a land. Okay, let's go and play the Sorcerer. Let's play the Shaman, I suppose. Trampler seems good. It's double green. I'd rather get multiple things on board, so let's go Crasher. And let's go Overgrowth Elemental on the Crasher. And I get to hold up 4 mana this way. Opponent can attack me for 4 again. That puts me pretty good odds to draw Overcome. And my opponent might just be dead anyway. Maybe not. They have 2 cards in hand, so we'll see what happens here. Thrashin' Bronodon. Alright, not too worried about that one. It can kill the Saddle or the Reclamation, but it doesn't do too much. Just a blocker. I mean, if my opponent can get this to 7 power, they can actually just deck me here. Which is kind of crazy. Also, their last card in hand could be like negate. Nope, they choose not to attack, which is good news for me. And I'm just going to pass here. Draw a Bag of Holding. Not exactly a card I want at the moment. Let's go and play a Forest. And I think I just attack with Villas here and make them lose this 4/4. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack into the 4/4. I can activate this thing. I could actually go for lethal here if they don't block. I can Feral Invocation this to deal 10 and then they're dead to the Sorcerer. That's assuming their last card doesn't interact with anything that I just said. But they didn't attack, so I assume they want to go for a block here. Whenever another creature you control dies, you gain a life. That creature's an elemental. No blocks. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I don't think they can kill Villas. They haven't interacted with it in the last couple turns anyway, so... And just activate now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We beat the double mythic deck. Let's go. Villas, yeah. Looks like you can cast 8 drops in sealed. And some of them are pretty good. Okay, so that puts us at 5 and 2. Dang, you need to go 6 wins in sealed to net even. In draft, it's 5. But we've got potentially 2 more matches, 1 more loss, and if we hit that loss first, we're out. So let's just keep it rolling, and hopefully we win out 2 more matches. So I think this is 8 coming up. All right, match 8. As promised, another hand with Murder and not double black, and very slow, but hopefully said Scorpion proves its worth here. We do not want to play against a Flyer deck with this hand. We want to play against a ground creature deck, like the Mirror Match. And we need to draw another black source, plus some creatures to do in between. So, again, this is not a particularly strong hand. Ooh. So, this thing, really good. It is a 1/2. At the beginning of your end step, if a player, that includes your opponent, lost 4 or more life, you put a counter on it, and then you can pay 3 mana to give it +3/+3 in Death Touch until end of turn, which is kind of ridiculous. Thankfully, we drew this Siphon, so we get to go Siphon into, hopefully, 5-drop creature. Opponent's on Esper. Ugh, I kind of also want to kill that, though. Other creatures with flying get +1/+1. We have the Mammoth Spider for that, so I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just kill this 1-drop, even though they're kind of holding each other back. I'm going to Siphon the Flyer, and I'll just pass. Hopefully I don't get punished, but I don't think my opponent's going to be able to kill my Scorpion and pump this. +3/+3 in Death Touch for 3 mana. Like, what? Ah, Gravedigger. Oh, Gravedigger. Alright, well, we're going to drop Mammoth Spider here. Maybe the War Chief, actually, but probably Mammoth Spider. If they attack, I was going to say I'm hella blocking. Drawing this many forests feels pretty bad, though. I don't have to play Mammoth Spider yet, so I'll play the 4/4, and we'll just ship the turn. Dang, another 3-color deck. Like, I think every one of my opponents has played 3 different basic lands on turn 3. Not all of them, but I'm pretty sure most of them have. Alright, 3/2 Flyer that gains 4 life when it comes in. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. I do get to jam with my 4/4 here. I can Bone Splinters. Just Bone Splinters, sack this, kill this. This is threatening, though. I have a Murder, I just haven't hit the second black source yet. What happens if I attack with this? They can double block and trade 2 for 1? I think I'm okay with that. If I trade, like, Gravedigger and the 1/2 for... Oh, I guess that doesn't even do it. Let's play Mammoth Spider, and I don't think I need the Bone Splinters right now. In fact, I'd rather not Bone Splinters, but... just because the Scorpion's already doing a good job of dealing with the creatures I want to kill anyway, and the Flyer gets a little brick-walled by this Mammoth Spider. Oh, please, put an aura on your Angel. Just one time, put an aura on your Angel. Griffin Sentinel. Don't care about that one. Imperial Angel and Blood Burglar. Okay, well, this is a stable board. We have a Blood Burglar of our own. Can only cast 1 black spell here. If I attack with the 4/4, they can go block plus block, or they can go block plus... They would still have to double block and trade this for some 2/2s. Really kind of sitting on Mammoth Spider here, aren't we? Am I okay trading the 4/4 for a couple 2/2s, like here and here? Maybe? That doesn't seem too bad. Yep, my opponent snaps up that block. Let's get the Burglar off board. Again, that was my only threat, though, so if they deal with Mammoth Spider, I'm not looking too great. Like, they play this and kill Mammoth Spider, suddenly they're attacking for 6 in the air. So we need to draw pretty well here. Frostlink's also kind of strong. You know, we're going to take 6 here, and they're going to play this Flyer. Thankfully, that doesn't kill the Spider. Ooh, this gets a counter. Alright, another black source, pretty nice. So I can just straight up murder this. My opponent's at the point where they can start activating this, but the Scorpion's holding that back. Can't really attack with Blood Burglar basically ever, so we're going to pass. And go ahead and murder the eagle. Take 4 this turn. Could murder the 3/2 flyer, but I do think it's supposed to be the eagle here. And then next turn we do untap with our spider, which is nice. This gets bigger again. If a player, including yourself... God, Cloud Conceal. This card is so good as a common. It feels so bad when your opponent plays it. Alright, Overgrowth Elemental. Not very good. Not a very good card. And we don't have any elementals at the moment. Oh, opponent has counter magic in their hand. Maybe. Alright, I'll pass and just hope my opponent can't kill Mammoth Spider. I don't know how we're winning this game. We don't have anything going on. I guess Swamp into Villas is a game plan. No, stop looking at your graveyard. Please don't look at your graveyard, opponent. It's not worth it. Plummet is like a fine draw. All of my removal spells are just like okay. They don't actually get me ahead at all, which is the problem. And I'm very far away from being able to attack the opponent. Nice one here, though. Jeez. You can double activate that thing. Alright, here goes the Soul Salvage, sure. Can't replay either of the creatures, though. Soul Salvage Gravedigger is a lot of mess to get through. Here's a vanilla 3/3. I mean, I suppose I can, like, Bone Splinters this. That's bad. I'll just play this and pass the turn. Gravedigger. They're not going to play Gravedigger here. They might attack the 2/1 into me and then play Gravedigger. Sure. You've got an Eagle again for the 3rd time this game. Alright, Sorcerer gives me something to do here while we're just staring each other down. Do I want to kill this Eagle? I want to, but I probably shouldn't. I feel like I'm losing by a pretty wide margin here. Alright, you're up, opponent. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, if they kill Mammoth Spider, I just lose this game. And they might get to the point where they should just be jamming a bunch of flyers in anyway. This has Flash. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. Yeah, I mean, that thing has Flash, but... whatever. They have Gravedigger too, which is really annoying. I feel like they should be jamming some flyers in. They're gonna... They could have flashed this, though, so I don't know if they had a plan there or not. No? Okay. Just cast it at sorcery speed, I suppose. Uh-oh. Double black. That could mean murder. Yep. That's exactly what that means, and I think this game is just over now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I don't think there's anything I can draw that really makes this a close game anymore. Since this doesn't gain me life. Well, we fought the good fight, I suppose. Yeah, that doesn't quite do it, does it? And then I can Bone Splinters here, and I take 3, 4, or I take 2, 5. Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, good game, opponent. I guess I can attack with this. Gain 2 life, go to 5. Yeah, I'm still just dead. So... our grindy game did not work against Flyers, unfortunately. And in fact, we probably should have been dead a long time ago with just Mammoth Spider holding the fort down. And our opponent being able to block us. Well, we didn't quite get to the 6-0, but we went 5-3, which I think is fine. Our deck didn't have any bombs in it, so I think 5-3 is a pretty good showing for our first sealed there. And that's our first crack at Corset 2020, which we'll be drafting quite a bit of while it's here. Hopefully draft is up soon and we can fire it off. I guess it comes up over pre-release weekend, which I hope everybody has fun doing that, and I hope to hear some cool stories about it. But that's going to go ahead and do it for our video today. Thanks for hanging out and watching me get beat by better decks and beaten equal decks. And yeah, it was a fun time. So, as always, thanks for watching here on Mana Rocks. You can subscribe below for more content. You can leave a comment or a like if you feel like it. And you can find us on Twitter at MTG_Mana Rocks. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see y'all